Our philosophy is pragmatism. Pragmatism focuses on experience. Pragmatists see reality as an event, so it is subject to constant change. Values are constructed from experiences and are subject to testing, retesting, and questioning. To a pragmatist, art is a creative expression that can be a shared experience between the artist and the public. The curriculum of a pragmatist integrates history, geography, and science. Laboratories and group projects are an important part of pragmatism. Also, pragmatists are active beings integrating with their environment. The purpose of education for a pragmatist is to stress experience through problem solving and scientific method. The learner is an involved being. As for the role of the teacher, modeling authentic and experimental knowledge is essential for the ability of students to problem solve. A pragmatist will also stress the application of the scientific method, focusing on the analysis of what is being observed. The two main philosophers who are associated with pragmatism are John Dewey and William James. John Dewey had the experience with schools since he taught at many different universities, and he was all for an educational reform. He was mostly about children learning from their failures. He was about them taking their failures, and through the process of problem solving, they could come to the right conclusion. He had the greatest influence of pragmatism in America. William James was a psychologist and philosopher. His main purpose and idea was that there are no absolutes in the world today. Our world is ever changing. He was also all about learning through an experience because experiences are open-ended. Both Dewey and James' philosophies influenced the field of education by creating the concept of group work. Dewey had the image of the classroom being more like a democracy. He was all for teaching through the process called the scientific theory. Also, their philosophies influenced the ideas of having the students be active in their learning and learning by interacting with their environment. Their ideas also had the classroom be centered on the children's problem solving to get through their lessons, and by them making the decisions that will help them learn the material the best. Dewey and James saw the teacher as the facilitator and the guide to help students along. The students really didn't rely too heavily on the teacher and instead then relied on each other and other resources. Like stated earlier, pragmatism is based on experiences, and these experiences occur in the classroom. Pragmatism can be used in the classroom in a various number of ways. First, students can go on field trips. For example, when learning about art history, students can go to an art history museum. This is beneficial in the sense that students can physically see and evaluate various artworks. They get that hands-on experience. Also, students can use hands-on models to enhance their learning. If students are learning about ecosystems, they can create a mini ecosystem in their classroom. This will show students how various organisms interact without going outside. Students will observe and record data to later support or refute their hypotheses. Another example would be labs. This is where students can do experiments and make conclusions of various hypotheses. For example, a student may dissect a pig to learn about the anatomy of a pig, or students may work with motion sensors and friction carts to learn about physics, or students can participate in a lab where they work with different chemicals to see various reactions for chemistry. Besides the different hands-on experiences that we discussed earlier, pragmatism has a lot to do with group work. A teacher can incorporate group work in any lesson and any subject area. If a teacher were to design the desks in the classroom into pre-made groups, it would make group work much easier. Group work creates a sense of collaboration and is yet another teaching strategy. In conclusion, pragmatism is any hands-on experience. This creates a new learning style that all students can enjoy.